Welcome back to yet another episode of Renegades Ramble.
Yeah, I remember playing Twisted Metal 2 on a little 12.
Yeah, like
and you sit
they were
in
this
front of
big,
it.
little
Built-in
bubble back.
VCR.
Yeah, had a little VCR in the bottom.
Yeah. Do it again. Why
Same
does
thing
it
as
always
last
do
time.
that?
Your phone is too loud.
Good one, Ron. Good one. Salutations. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another episode of Renegades React. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Studios Captain Marvel trailer number 2. Just got released. Oh, yes, there are two of them.
Two trailers.
Yes, 2 trailers. So yeah, this is the second one. First one was a good introduction. I'm eager to see how, well, like we talked about in the previous one, I'm eager to see how they do this. I hope they write Captain Marvel correctly, because I hope they don't portray her the same way that she's been in the Marvel comics for like the last 10 years. She's been like very moody and like very like offhanded with like her aggression, because like in one scene she's like all bubbly. It's like, ha, ha, that's right, that's so funny, ha, ha. And then the next one where she's like talking to a guy, she's just like, you're so stupid, you're going to die. And I'm like, is it that time of the month, Captain Marvel? Just wondering.
You're not supposed to ask that.
I do anyway, and if she punches me, then hey, she'll deprive.
If she punches you, then you're dead.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just be like, I'd pretty much be like Tien from
I don't even know that much about her, and I know that
well,
she'd kill you with a
I'd pretty
punch.
much be like Tien from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's just like, because Piccolo's talking to him, it's like, Vegeta can just blow you up, right? I know that, and he knows that too, and he knows that if he does it out of rage against me, I win.
Was that from Abridged, or was that from the real show?
That's from Abridged.
Yeah,
That's Dragon
I
Ball
don't
Z
remember him
Abridged.
saying that.
No, because
it's pretty funny though.
Because they didn't really know what to do with Tien, so they just made him a smartass and made him piss off Vegeta every now and again. and Vegeta, every time he leaves, he has nothing to say to Tien because Tien's right, and he's just always just like, fuck off, Triclops. So, did you watch the first trailer with us?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, what did you think of the first trailer, Karen?
I really liked it. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know much about Captain Marvel, but I'm still looking forward to it.
You know, that's a weird thing that I keep hearing people say. It's just like, I know nothing about Captain Marvel, and it's the one superhero Marvel has been attempting to push to the moon for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And
the thing is, though, is like their only medium to attempt that in, for the most part, is the comic books. So if you don't read comic books, it's only a % chance that you've even seen anything involving Captain Marvel.
But the most hardcore of the fan base, the main reason that these films have a foundation to stand on is because of the comic books. And they've been pushing her to the moon, and her sales have been middling to meager at that. And the reason for it is
because of the comic books. The comic books had to exist to get it started, but I would argue that now you have people like me that are just fully in based off of what they've shown in the movies so far, you know?
Well,
yeah.
So
no,
it's
I
like,
get that.
I'm not a comic fan.
No, you're a casual.
I probably would be a comic fan if I had the time and money to afford to catch up,
Yeah.
but there are so many comics that I wouldn't know where to start, so it's like one of those hobbies. It's like, that's a hobby I'd be interested in, but it's too daunting to get into.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But basically, you know, just off the fact that this is a new continuation in the same universe of the other movies I've enjoyed so much, I'm still kind of stoked about it, even though I don't know anything about the character or anything. So,
well, all you
plus
need
I
to
probably have that advantage of like I haven't read the comics, so they can probably fuck up more, and I'll still like it than they could with somebody who has.
Maybe. Here's the thing. I don't want them to follow what they've done in the comics for some parts.
Yeah.
There's some stuff they've done. They did really good with. I like her powers. I like her abilities, and I like the fact that she's more than capable of standing on her own. But at the same time, they've written her so ham-fistedly, no pun intended, they've written her so ham-fistedly that it's just like, good God, you need to, oh wait, okay, never mind, I thought, you don't have it over your ear all the way.
I'm
I think
working
maybe
on
that's
it.
the one we had Nick. Let me get you the other microphone.
It could be because, like, I think I wore the one that was adjusted for you one day, and I was like, what the fuck is this microphone doing in my face?
Here, try this one.
Okay.
That one better?
Yeah, this one's probably mine.
Okay. Here we go. Da, 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 da.
I didn't think about the fact that we each had one adjusted for us.
Yeah.
Because I think one time I got Micah's old one.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
Okay.
Always
so, yeah.
remember Micah's on hiatus.
Yes, Micah is on hiatus. So,
In case you didn't know, Micah's on hiatus.
just in case.
But you know they're going to ask.
Also, we can't react to Sword Art Online abridged anymore, so don't ask.
Yeah.
At least not on YouTube.
Yeah, all of the episodes of Sword Art Online
It's
have
the reason
been,
we have
abridged,
copyright strikes.
have been removed because, hey, you want to blame somebody for that? Blame Sony Music of America. Don't come to us with that bullshit.
But if you're one of those persons that keep asking that, you're probably not listening to this part of the video. So
No.
let's just start the trailer.
Yeah, let's just go. let's just dive in. Yeah, here we go. There we are. And let's give it a watch.
So, Skrulls are the bad guys.
Hi. Damn.
And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Sure. We'll be the judge of that.
We've already seen them address both of the complaints with the first trailer, and
Your
then
life
the
began
second
the
one was
day
pretty
it nearly
awkward.
ended. We found you with no memory. We made you one of us, so you could live longer, stronger, superior. You were reborn.
I keep having these memories. Something in my past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Wind jets.
Would you like to know?
Okay, I like that. I like what they did there.
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think. This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Okay.
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
I'll be back.
I have a heart. Okay.
Those effects look badass.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about this trailer.
So I heard two things about the first one that people kept complaining about.
What's that?
One was that she didn't smile at all. And I saw them have her smile at least a couple times in this. But the one where she smiled when the plane almost looked like they were like, make sure to smile at the end of your sentence here. And she was like, like it was real fucking awkward looking.
Yeah, true. That is true.
I think they should have just been like, she's an alien, shut the fuck up. Maybe she doesn't convey emotion the same way that we do. Okay. Anyways.
Go ahead.
And number two was that she punched an old lady, and people were flipping the hell out about that. It was like, why'd she punch an old lady? She seems like a bitch, you know? And it's just like, people were like, the old lady was probably one of the aliens.
Context.
Yeah.
Do people
Yeah.
not understand
So
the idea of context?
they immediately looked like they addressed that. They were like, yeah, look, it was an alien. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's like
what-
she did it
Yeah.
for a reason.
Why are people so stupid to take everything at face value?
I don't know.
Guys, come on. Grow up.
I thought they had
Grow
that.
the fuck up. Stop complaining over nothing. I mean, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with
Not
you?
necessarily the people in our comments, you know, just
No,
people,
no, just
people I
overall,
saw talking on
overall
the internet. Yeah.
So I'm liking what they're doing with the suit. I'm liking that the helmet. You know, the helmet is actually seems to be energy that she is actually encasing around her own head, and it comes down. And the effects are actually looking really good in this.
It's like the helmet looks kind of like, well, like the just the energy aura and like her hair like raising up and shit, you know. It's like if there was like another live action DBZ done, that's what I would hope that they would do.
Don't say
with,
that,
like,
man.
You know, the Super Saiyan
Don't
hair
say that.
and shit.
Hollywood will find another way to fuck it up.
Yeah, I'm sure they would, but like, you know, if I was gonna have like one done myself, like that's what I would kind of think I would go with for like the Super Saiyan hair.
I would too.
Like just kind of like have it like, you know, more like the energy is raising the hair up and turning it gold rather than like it, you know, just that their hair just changes color and stands up. Like make it look like the energy's kind of waving it up in the air like that. That looks really badass.
Yeah, and I honestly, dude, I really don't know what like outside of a few things that I'm worried about, but that's not to do with this trailer. It's to do with the overall product. My biggest fears were laid to rest with this because I was worried that they were going to focus too much on her journey back into finding out who she actually was, which that's one of the most integral parts, but at the same time, you have to show her kicking ass to prove how powerful she is, because if there's one thing that was shown at the end of Avengers Infinity War, it was, you know, Nick Fury raising the signal to her to pretty much come back and help out.
Yeah.
In which that's awesome, because if she's coming back and she's going to help, that's awesome for everybody, because it in this trailer it shows just how powerful she is and just how good she is at what she's doing, you know, worthy of the moniker hero, which, hey, that's all well and good. And I know that there's going to be people, you know, in the comment section of this video, that's why I'm not even going to bother to look at it, who are just, you know, they're the troll baiters that are in every video like this.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? I mean, it's a comic book movie, guys. I mean, if you're that threatened over a fucking comic book movie, then what the hell? I mean, it's fantasy. Come on. It's them making something that they want to. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
I saw someone making this dumbass complaint one time about how one of the Marvel heroes' powers were just so stupid, unrealistic, and I'm just like, you're talking about Marvel, like a universe where you have a dude that turns into like a giant muscular green guy like 3 times his own size.
3 times,
like,
try 20.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, you realize if he did that in real life, his skin would just rip completely off, and, you know, he'd fucking basically explode. Like, that's not possible. And I'm like, you're talking about like a dude that throws a shield that comes back to him like a boomerang.
Yeah.
Like, the discs can't do that.
Which they actually make fun of in some of the movies, like in Civil War. Spider-Man's just like, that thing does not obey the laws of physics. And it's true.
And it's like, why are you trying to talk like, you know, physics and shit in a universe that clearly defies the physics that are laid out in our current universe? It's like, that's real dumb.
The only thing I care about is if the stories are good.
Yeah.
And the characters are good.
I have one fear for this, and it's just that I hope that Captain Marvel doesn't turn out to be, well, it's really okay anyways, because I still enjoy Batman, obviously, but like, Captain Marvel doesn't turn out to be the Marvel version of Superman for me, which is like, I dislike Superman because of how just stupid, overpowered, and broken Superman is. It's like, it's not interesting to watch a hero fight whenever you know that they're so stupid, overpowered.
There's no legit danger.
Yeah, but like, I mean, obviously, Thanos is like a legitimate threat to everyone, including Captain Marvel, I would think. So I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a chance that they can write it better than Superman and make it more interesting. But
hey, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Well, from everything I'm seeing, I mean, and plus, Marvel is doing a good job so far. I know there's people out there who have the meager complaints and all that, but honestly, to me, it doesn't matter, because I see this and I'm just like, this looks good. The one that I was afraid they were gonna that was gonna just derail the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. There are actually 2, actually. The first one was Ant-Man. I was afraid the first Ant-Man was going to derail it because the original director, Edgar Wright, is one of my favorite directors of all time. And when they parted ways with him, I was just like, oh god, here we go. Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to start going on its downward slope. but it turned out to be okay. It turned out to be pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really liked that, man.
Yeah, and then I was afraid that Doctor Strange wasn't going to live up to expectations, and that it was gonna. I thought, how are they going to portray this? How are they going to do that? And then when I heard they cast Tilda Swinton as the
ancient one,
I'm just like, what? Huh? But they made it work. And then, of course, they also made that
one I chuckled about because I'm like, yeah, and now Doctor Strange is like my favorite Marvel character.
Well, Doctor Strange is great.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. And Benedict Cumberbatch, he surprised the hell out of me of how good he was in that. Rachel McAdams, also really good. Chiwetel Ejiofor, also really good. Tilda Swinton surprised me as well. I mean Benedict Wong as well. Like
Wong.
Yeah, fucking Wong.
I don't know what the ancient one was
character.
originally supposed to be like, but I thought she did a really good job. Like, I thought that was a cool character.
Which one?
Tilda Swinton. Like,
Oh, yeah,
ancient one.
yeah, the
I don't know
ancient-
what you were expecting, like, casting-wise, but I thought it was pretty
casting-wise, in terms of
because I don't know what the original character was like.
The original character's Tibetan. Although they couldn't say Tibet because China was going to... China actually threatened to block release in mainland China of that film if they said Tibet, because according to China, Tibet is not Tibet. Tibet is China. And that's a whole kerfluffle that is just a whole, it's just a massive amount of asterisks in terms of law and all that. China says everything within their within like a certain amount of boundaries belongs to them. I mean, and actually...
If it's next to our country, it belongs to our country.
Well, even though Tibet has been...
Except for that's not how that works.
Tibet has been its own country for God knows how long, and the people there don't want to be ruled over. They don't want to be ruled over like that. It's the same thing with Taiwan, because Taiwan, actually, its name is the Republic of China, whereas... the mainland China is called the People's Republic of China, but actually, if you're in mainland China and you don't call it Chinese Taipei, like Taiwan, if you don't call it Chinese Taipei, you actually can be taken in and like re-educated on why it's Chinese Taipei and not Taiwan. It is not because China's convinced it's just like it is not an independent country. No, it's actually Chinese Taipei, even though there's a whole blockade of American ships in between China and Taiwan, preventing China from taking it over. And there's also Hong Kong and Macau, which neither of them want to be redissolved into mainland China either. They actually attempted to block voting in Hong Kong to prevent the people of Hong Kong, from voting still in favor of independence.
That's kind of crazy because, all throughout, like... all the media and history that I've, seen and stuff, like, I've always associated Hong Kong with China. I didn't realize that they were, like, trying to be independent from China now.
Well, no, they're still independent.
Yeah.
Hong Kong, even though it is still, quote-unquote, part of China, financially and politically, it's fully capitalist.
Huh.
It's fully capitalist, and actually... a lot of people from mainland China have wanted to get into Hong Kong because of that, but mainland China has actually blocked a lot of people's attempts to move over there permanently. And now China's economy is booming, even though it's inflated by a whole bunch of funny economic tricks.
So basically, if you want to visit China, you would actually probably be better off visiting Hong Kong.
Yes, I'd preferably go to Hong Kong or Macau. Although I would like to see the Great Wall of China.
Is, I'm like, I would like to go to China. I'm just really afraid of,
well, as long as
getting
you obey
arrested
certain
for
rules,
something really dumb.
As long as you obey certain rules, you will be okay.
Yeah.
Like me, I want to go to Shanghai. I want to see, the Taipei 101, which is one of the tallest buildings in the world. And then I also want to see the Great Wall of China. That goes without saying. And that's my dad. So we're going to actually have to end the recording here. So thank you all once again for tuning in. This was Captain Marvel Trailer 2. And once again, Mike is on break. And be sure to thank Caleb in the comments. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.